11th March, and then last March, we had a big tsunami. Since at that time, we have a lot of reliefs from all over the country. So we are now here to say thanks.
I wanted to see how many people I could meet and greet and get to know other ideas of what other presidents are doing. I'm looking forward to get educated on programs. I'm looking to get educated on what I can do on the international level.
Wow. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the opening plenary session of the 102nd Annual Convention of Rotary International.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new generation students of the South Central Rotary Youth Exchange Program as we present the flags of the Rotary world. Brazil, Brunei,
It's been almost 6 years since Hurricane Katrina struck District 6840.
And it was such a gut-wrenching experience to be here basically bearing witness to the destruction of the place I called home. And I saw my town, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, virtually flattened. The home where I grew up on the beach destroyed. I saw people I knew die.
My late husband, D.H. Short, within 2 weeks had met with Rotarians who came down to Pass Christian to check on us. Rotarians were the first people on staff that came down to work with us. And he spent the next 4 years rebuilding the town, raising over $1,900,000 to build homes, furnishing 2 dump trucks, playground, library system that we have there now. He visited 122 Rotary clubs in 3 countries during his lifetime. And looking at the documentation, we had over 21 districts and over 122 Rotary clubs come to our aid for the little town of Pass Christian. A club that was originally 26 members, after the storm was 6 members, and we did it all for the little club that could.
It is truly a myth that after disasters like this, that violence and chaos prevail. I mean, researchers have actually found that that is the exception, not the rule.
Through all that devastation, through all of that, what many of us witnessed were unbelievable acts of kindness from one individual to another. Watching the walls that separate us through race, through geography, through class, just melt away as we lifted each other up out of the water, figuratively and literally.
Rotary's role in Africa is not political. It is practical, and it is humanitarian. As we move on into the 21st century, I want to implore our cooperating partners to understand that we Africans are reliable. We Africans are energetic. We Africans are trustworthy. And there is no better place for our Rotary partners to put their faith and money than in Africa. For many people in Africa, the light at the end of a tunnel is not a star. It is a rotary wheel.
If Rotary offers so much of what young people are looking for, why aren't more of them joining? Why is it that only 2% of Rotary's membership are under the age of 30 and only 11% are under the age of 40? Well, perhaps it's because, number one, they don't know who you are. Now, although the Rotary wheel may be one of the most identifiable brands on earth, I would suggest that many, many young people have very little real idea of why Rotary exists and what it is that you do. Yet the challenge that you face is to change this perception.
I'm well aware that the reason we're even able to have a discussion about how to eradicate polio is because Rotary's efforts have helped get us 99% of the way there. This last 1% will be the longest, hardest 1%. It will require more work and commitment than ever before. But I'm 100% convinced that this fight is winnable.
We need to change with the times. This will not happen all by itself. It is like a ketchup bottle. You take off the lid, you turn it upside down, and nothing happens until you shake it. And I think it's time to take off the lid of the Rotary bottle, turn it upside down, and shake it. Start shaking it. And by doing that, we can capture those big organizations that we want to align with. And we can capture the Y generation to be members of our club, because we are changing ourselves according to the times we are living in and for the future. And we can enhance the thing that we should really do, which is good in the world through service of ourselves.
We have so much to be proud of as Rotarians. There's never been a more exciting time to be Rotarians. As we approach the end of polio, and as we anticipate the favorable publicity that Rotary will receive for its 3 decades of work and commitment. Our community service projects around the world are estimated to provide local investments of more than $1 billion, that's with a B, $1 billion US every year. And our youth and young adult programs are the best in the world. And our Rotary Foundation continues to gain strength as it assists our clubs and districts with international service projects.
When I joined Rotary, it was hard to imagine I would someday stand here and tell you that Rotary is an amazing experience. Despite our inability to always be innovative, at our core, Rotary is what my daughters might call a rock star experience. Getting involved makes us better leaders. Rotary has taught me to embrace change while still preserving what's important. At its core, Rotary is an amazing experience. It has truly helped me develop my leadership skills. To paraphrase marketing students, graduate students at Northwestern, Rotary has made me a better friend, a better professional, and a better citizen of the world. We must be ready to embrace change at the club level and yet preserve what is at our core. I want my daughter's generation to experience the core values of Rotary, to have what is truly a rock star experience.
Let me ask you, if I may, why are we here today? Indeed, why are we all in Rotary? I believe we are here because we care, and because we see both what's wrong in the world and what's right. And we want to carry forward what's doing good, build on it, expand on it, help it grow, while taking a hard look at what needs to be changed in our lives, and then doing what we can to change them. As you go back to your homes and to your countries that you have come from, go and tell your clubs and your communities that you are ready to take on the challenges that face us today, the challenges of distrust, of fear, of intolerance, of helplessness, of violence, and that the Rotarians are ready to go and work with hope, with enthusiasm, with courage and with vision, and stand firm and strong and tall like Mount Everest, firm in our purpose to spread love and happiness and to work for peace.
Join us in the land of 1,000 smiles for the 2012 International Convention in Bangkok.